Okay, so we went ahead and ground down this area. As remember here, this area was corroded. The paint was all chipping off. There was some body rot in here. Brett went ahead and took the disc sander, the angle grinder with a sanding pad on it, not a grinding wheel. And he ground all that material off of there and repainted it. Kind of just as a note to Brett, whenever we paint stuff on cars, we like to go ahead and paint nice straight lines, right? So put a little masking tape maybe under this area, paint that whole area. So what we're going to do here is repair this body rot here. See, I can put my finger in here and you can see what happened is there's a hole behind here which was a plug, okay, that over the years, since the 1987, 88 Jeep Cherokee fell out of there and it filled with dirt. So I cleaned all that dirt out of there, sprayed it down with a hose. We treated it with a product called Pour 15. You've seen it used before. It's a 3-part system. Part 1 is a acid etch cleaner, followed by a water wash. Step 2 is the metal ready, followed by a water wash. And then step 3 is to coat it with the Pour 15, obviously letting it dry in between. So what we're going to do here is we're not going to weld this like we did the Land Cruiser over there. This repair, because this is much thinner sheet metal, okay, than the Land Cruiser, we're going to do a fiberglass repair. So I got myself some fiberglass. I always keep a little bit of this around because it's handy for all kinds of stuff. And I've cut some pieces to roughly fit the shape of the area we're going to repair. And then I got several layers of this stuff that I'm going to use in there to form the matrix, okay? So we're going to step over here to the workbench and I'm going to show you how to go ahead and do a fiberglass repair. So what you need to do a fiberglass repair is resin, a little bit of hardener for the resin. Where's my hardener? Kind of got a messy workbench today, don't I? Let the kids been here over the weekend and got my workbench a mess. I got a dog brush on here. I'd never keep a dog brush on my workbench. So what I got here is I got the hardener, I got the resin, I got a piece of glass to mix it on. It's just like Bondo. And then I got saran wrap, good old saran wrap. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix up some of this resin, okay? And then I'm going to lay this stuff on this, and I'm going to take my knife and I'm going to coat that resin on there, carefully flip it over, coat the other side, and then layer in each one of these pieces. So let's get started. Like I said, it's just like Bondo pretty much. Smells good. Kind of a blue, pasty material. And we don't have a real big repair. And so I'm going to mix up just a little bit of this. We will add a little bit of hardener. Okay, just a dab will do ya. Mix it up just like we would Bondo. Actually, it's much less viscous and easier to mix than Bondo is. It's kind of a joy that Bondo is pretty thick stuff. With that being said, sometimes you might even put in here some wire mesh. If you got a real big repair to make, I think I can span that area there with just this stuff here. So I might have mixed up a little bit more than I needed. Okay, so now that we got that very well mixed up, really want to mix that up good. Grab one of my tools here, clean off my knife, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this stuff here and I'm just going to swipe it on there, getting it into the pores. Take a little bit more. And then I see I left a little tab here so I can flip it over. And this is the worst part here. So looks like she's working. Kind of keep your stuff well laid out and then flop her over and then coat this side. Then I take my next biggest piece, put a little bit on here. It's nice and small here. flop that into there. There's some mosquitoes in here. That's why usually, and you can see here, so I'm just going to build up this matrix. Another piece. Like I say, I mixed up a bit too much. Okay, this is really a slick setup here. Ooh, be careful with it, Bobby K. Okay. Let's see if I did this right. And just lay that sucker. Oh, shoot. Turn it over. The biggest thing with this job here is the mess factor. This stuff is really messy. But fortunately, we have our old friend. I'm going to actually get a little messy here. Don't look. There we go. God, I hope that's right. Yeah. Put that in there. Momento. Use this to pat it down a little bit. Maybe give it a little bit more strength. Fold that around the back. Just stay there. You don't have to follow me. What we want to do is then squeeze, feather this stuff in here. And we're going to Bondo this after, so this is just kind of replacing that section of metal that has been displaced. Okay, I'm going to work real fast. We'll catch you in a little bit. I'm going to try to use that hardener or that resin to do the other side. We'll catch you in a bit.